underway here at Citizens Bank Park.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And the 0-1. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
The 0-2. Oh, that got him. First batter of the game is hit by the pitch. And here is Chase DeLauder. Fought off foul. Quan on at first. Nobody out.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball.
Struck him out looking.
Batting third baseman, Jose
One out man at first. Now it's Jose Ramirez. That one fouled off. Top of the first, just getting started here in Philadelphia.
Ball.
Out towards right center field. Crawford should have this one. And there's 2 down. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. And there's a foul ball. This one kicks away from Real Muto. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position. Man on second, 2 down. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Parker Messick. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
So Trey goes down on strikes. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. The first overall pick back in 2010.
Ball 1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. The other way, and he beats the shift.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. Pitch misses. Ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. Kwan sprinting after it. And the inning is over. Back at Citizens Bank Park, top of the second, Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians.
That's a ball.
Schneemann measures 6 feet even, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he's usually a shortstop, but today he's starting in the outfield. That one to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Angel Martinez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. This one kicks away from Real Muto. And the runner holds. Hit on the ground to short. Oh, great stop. And that's a base hit despite a great defensive effort.
Back-to-back base hits. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Line and a base hit into right. Runner around third. Out at the plate. Patrick Bailey digs in for the Guardians. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two. Stays alive. The Guardians with a chance to score first here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Here's Brian Rocchio. On the ground, right side. Stop. Whips it to first. And that is the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the second. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. And a swing and a miss. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. The Phillies score first. It's 1-0. This is Bryson Stott.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Real Muto in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. Schneemann settles underneath it. 2 away. And now Justin Crawford. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. This one lifted in the air, left field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, new inning getting started. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
You know, these Guardians, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
1-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Right side, hard hit. Harper steps on the bag and one away in the top of the third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Chase DeLauder. On the ground. And it gets by him.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
In the dirt. DeLauder at first, one gone. Swing and a miss.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Mansardo. In the air, left field. And he dropped it. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder
Daniel Schneemann getting ready to hit. And a swing and a miss. High fly ball, right field. Garcia has a beat on it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the inning. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
This to third, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see
Bazzana to Rocchio at second for one. Over to first, safe. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Harper runs. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And now a man into scoring position. And here comes Alec Bohm. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kwan settles under this one, and that'll do it. Back at Citizens Bank Park, stepping up for the Guardians, Angel Martinez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Late with the swing there.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Now it's the second baseman, Travis Bazzana. Single to right in his first trip. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
That's to third. Boom. Over to stop for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh.
Left fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Foul ball there. Now the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Left field. Reaching down and makes the grab. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now at the plate, Bryson Stott. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Garcia, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Tags the runner. And now it is JT Realmuto. First pitch swinging. And a big swing and a miss.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner takes off, swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here in Philadelphia, all set for the start of the inning. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Guardians finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Crawford takes it in for the out. 1 down. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan now at the plate. On the ground at first. Can't glove it cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Now the number 2 hitter, Chase DeLauder. Breaking ball misses down and away. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Philadelphia, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. Lifted in the air down the left side. Rocchio takes it in for the out. And there's one down. Trey Turner now, 1 for 2.
Trey Turner.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
To third, Ramirez. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
0-2 now. Got him swinging. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. New pitcher on here, Jose Alvarado.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Turner with the throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. So digging in, Kyle Manzardo. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Nice grab. Fires to first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play. Here's the center fielder, Daniel Schneemann. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
That's ball 2.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2. And a curve is down and in.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Boom. In the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on the move. Bunt attempt misses. Throw, and they got him. So up next, Brandon Marsh. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Foul ball. And the 0-2. Manzardo. The tag, and that's out number 3. Back at Citizens Bank Park. So they turn to their closer, Joan Duran.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Gets him to chase after that one. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And he hits a ground ball right side. Stop. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Travis Bazzana digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Ripped to right. And he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Next to hit, Patrick Bailey. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. It's 0-1.
Oh, 2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 7th, Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies.
Adolis Garcia.
And a foul ball. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Here's a tapper towards short. To first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Next to hit, Bryson Stott.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Out to center. And a couple of quick outs. It'll bring up JT Realmuto.
Catcher, JT Realmuto.
There's a swing and a miss. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one is lifted in the air. Martinez under this one. That is the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the 8th. Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Almost got him. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Now here it is. Stephen Kwan, known for his late inning heroics.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The Phils holding on to a one-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. That one in triple digits. Swings and misses, struck him out. Now it's going to be Chase DeLauder. He's 1 for 3, picked up his first major league hit earlier.
Well, there's no time for him to be reflective right now, but you know he will be later on. The pressure's off a little bit with that first knock out of the way, though.
Two down, nobody on. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 8th. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. On to the bottom of the 8th. Justin Crawford stands in for the So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Cade Smith.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Way high with that one. Ball 1.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lined into right. Diving, gets down, could the extra bases. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the brick.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. In comes the run from second, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
He was all over that one. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing.
Runner takes off for third. Harper at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Man at second. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. Line drive, that's a base hit. Turner comes in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. He was late there, strike 1. Comes up empty. Smith, a 6'5" righty, 230 pounds, and he was born in Canada. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And Schwarber strikes out. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm.
That's a ball.
And look out as that one ran in and got him. First and second, one out. Brandon Marsh, the next to hit. The Phillies trying to break this one open. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out towards right center field. Reaching down, makes the catch. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. He's already homered in this game. Eric Sabrowski gets the ball now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back at Citizens Bank Park, we go to the 9th. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. On the ground to third, boom. Tosses across to first. Now one gone in the 9th. Heilman, looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Rhys Hoskins looking to start something with one gone. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Struck him out without a swing. And the Guardians with 1 out left. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Daniel Schneemann. It's through for a hit. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Waste no time there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infield.
The Guardians down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, I'm not sure if he expected to get 9 outs in this one, but he had the gas in the tank to get it done. Kind of a throwback save for this guy today, but helps the team get the win. As you can see, they're pretty happy about it, and they're celebrating his performance in this one.
A shutout in this one.